Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, and welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and to hit the bell. I absolutely love you. Now, my female ninjas, I would like to say Happy Women's Day. Though I know today is Sunday, I'm recording this on the 9th of August, which is Saturday. I just won't have time to edit and post it same day. So I should say Happy Belated Women's Day. Now, for some of you guys that do not know, we celebrate Women's Day because on the 9th of August 1956 women went out and they marched for the pass law. Now I wanted to Google it, and this is what Google says, that the phrase pass law refers to the legislation in South Africa that restricted the movement of black Africans during apartheid era. These laws, also known as influx control laws, were designed to control where black people could live and work, primarily confining with them to designated areas and restricting their access to urban centers. The pass law were a key component of the apartheid system and were heavily enforced through the use of identity documents that black people were required to carry. So our great-grandmothers, great-great-great-grandmothers actually marched because they did not want to walk around carrying their IDs with them. Now, when I tell you guys that if our ancestors could wake up and see the South Africa we're in today as women, they would cry. They would cry. They would be so heartbroken. They would be so disappointed in us. So disappointed in us. They would hate us. I feel like they would hate us. And honestly, this is my opinion. Now, I know that this is not the Happy Women's Day message that a lot of people out there are actually putting out. But for me, I feel like we're a disappointment to our ancestors as South African women. And let me tell you why. Our ancestors marched for way less than what we are tolerating as a country of women here. Way more. I mean, way less. They simply did not want to carry their IDs with them, and over 20,000 of them, they went out there and they fought. We are living in a country that is the most dangerous for women in the whole world, and those statistics have been there for years. I don't know now, but for me, South Africa will forever be the most dangerous place for women. And to think animals in zoos are more safe than South African women, it is a disgrace to our ancestors. A disgrace to our ancestors. The fact that you cannot even go out there and buy something from a spaza shop as a woman at night and be okay, it is a disgrace for our ancestors because we don't fight. We do not fight. We do not march. We are too corporate now. Whenever there is a strike that has to do with anything that has to do with women, you can't attend because when you have to go to work. You have to drive yourself to work. Look. We do not even have organizations that are for women that are going to come out here and say, you know what, enough is enough. Let us all march to, whether if it's the union building or it's whatever. Like when I'm telling you, we are not saying that Cape Town is gonna strike, Durban is gonna strike, Limpopo is gonna strike. We are saying that all women in Cape Town, in Durban, in Limpopo, they are coming here, or all women are meeting in the same place. If our ancestors, who I'm sure even at that time it was apartheid time, so they did not even have the anywhere close to the what do you call this? What do you call this? That's the word that I'm looking for. They didn't have access to all this stuff that we have access to now. They didn't have all of that. They were able to come together, and over 20,000 of them marched. How many do you think we can with everything that we have, Runa, now? But we don't even have an organization. And don't tell me about Women for Change. Don't tell me about that. All I'm saying is that we are living in a country where as women we are so unsafe. We're hunted even more than animals are hunted. We are an endangered species just being women in South Africa. And we are not doing anything about it. Why as women are we not saying that in large numbers in large numbers, we're going to get a single point where we are going to go there and we are demanding that hang pal should come back in South Africa. If you kill a woman, you get killed. Death penalty should come back. Why are we not doing that? You mean to tell me that carrying an ID with you, which I understand that now we have smart IDs and stuff, but even if you're still using the booklet, even if the book is this big, we can just simply put it in the bag and go on about our way. Our ancestors refused that. How much do you think they were going to refuse this nonsense that is happening in South Africa when it comes to us as women? A case of a child that got raped at school, Nene, was buzzing. There were riots, there were everything. We did not even see any address from the presidency. But tell us, Russia and Ukraine are fighting. Our president will post about not only just that, fly even there. But as women, we accept that. We are a disgrace to our ancestors. We are a huge disgrace to our ancestors, and this is my opinion. I don't even want to lie. I feel like if our great-great-grandmothers woke up, they would beat all of us. Like, they wouldn't even want us anywhere close to them. Ever. They wouldn't. Because they would ask us, why are you so weak? But that's not to our generation. The only time that we say is when somebody's sleeping with your husband. That's when that's when you guys are out here with acid. That's when you guys are out here with ingabi. That's when you guys stand up and say, I'm gonna fight. But we're not fighting for ourselves. What nonsense are we doing here? When we celebrate Women's Day, exactly what are we celebrating? I mean the generation that is us now. What exactly are we celebrating? We celebrate them because they were brave enough to refuse something as simple as putting your dom pass in your bag and walk with it. They said we will not stand for that nonsense. We walk around in a country where a man can look at you and just because he sees you're beautiful and he wants to have you, he can just rape you. And he will still continue to have his life because now you have to go to court. And when you get to court, you now have to prove that he did what he did to you. He gets arrested today and he's out on bail tomorrow. He admits, they find that he's guilty. In 5 years, he's out. So I did post to say Happy Women's Day, but even when I was posting, I won't lie, I had shame. Shame was catching me because I was like, I know we're celebrating a generation of women who, if they woke up today, they would be disgusted by us. Like, that's my opinion. As a woman in South Africa, what do we fight for? They left a legacy for us. What legacy are we going to leave for our kids, our daughters? What are we leaving the legacy for them? South Africa has become such a comfortable place that a man killing you is something that is now even celebrated by other men and women, other women. Oh, they said she was caught cheating. Oh, now what do you expect? Hi, women should not break men's heart. You should remember this and this and this. Anything to justify nonsense. So I think we're next year when we get to this day again, the 9th of August. Let us ask ourselves, the 9th of August, is it all about wearing pretty dresses and going to these events where you have got hats and it's like high tea and it's about women empowerment? How do you empower a woman that is under immense oppression? And when I say under immense oppression, I'm talking about a lot of women are actually in GBV situations where they are even afraid to leave because if they leave, they will get killed. And they've reported to police, nothing has happened because the laws when it comes to women are not taken serious because we as women also are not doing anything about it. I know we tweet about it, I know we talk about it, but what exactly are we doing? Do you really think that the generation of 1956, if they had sat down and just spoke on the internet and said this and this, they would have gotten what they wanted? 1,000% no. They had to sacrifice. They said, we know that they may shoot us, but we're willing to risk our lives so that our children will not live the life that we are living. Unfortunately, the generation that we are does not think like that. So I ask myself, are we even worthy to celebrate the 1956 generation of women as who we are today? We have women in parliament, but it's like we have no women in parliament. Did you know we have leaders of women? We have women in parliament. Exactly what are they doing there? What do they ever advocate for us? I think we're a disgrace, Jem, to the 1956 generation. I really honestly think we are. And for us to come together and celebrate her day and go to these events and say we are women empowering, we are this and this, meanwhile this is our norm on everyday basis, I just honestly feel like, no, you can get raped by your neighbor and you will still have to live next to your neighbor because he's not even going to go to jail. That's how horrible even the law has gotten now. I, as Owamie, if you said, Owamie, you will be safer than what you are now, but all you're required to do is that you have to carry that dompas and put it in your bag every day wherever you go. I would rather take that than the nonsense we're living in now. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying what our great grandmothers fought against. I would gladly take that just so that I can be safe, because this now is worse, a billion times worse than what they even were fighting for. What they saw as oppression is nothing now for us, because the oppression we're under now is a billion times more. So, I mean, happy Women's Day, but are we worth celebrating this day? That's the question that I honestly truly have, you know. But anyway, happy Women's Day, my ninjas. I hope that you guys had a great one. And I hope that we can all just, I guess, do better. I don't know how or where we can start, but we need a group of women that will actually stand and say, enough is enough. We shake things so much that even the presidency feels it and says, listen, a person that killed a woman has no right to life. A person that raped a woman has no business living. This whole nonsense of today you're in bail, you are out, you killed a woman, you are out bail, you go kill two more. Nonsense. The moment it's proven, hang bal. But because we are not like the 1956 generation, this is the South Africa we live in. I did not mean to make anyone feel bad. I hope that you guys have a great Sunday. And yeah, you know, tomorrow is business as usual. I'm definitely back, and I cannot wait to actually see you guys tomorrow. More episodes with To Helen back are going to be coming from me, Owamie. I love you guys, and remember, everything I said here is not, it's my opinion. It's how I look at it. Maybe the way I look at it is even wrong, but I look at it in a way that, how do we even celebrate a generation that would be disgusted by us and our weakness? But anyway, I love you, ninjas. Stay blessed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.